Hello everyone, and welcome back to TWIG, or This Week in Gaming. I am your host, Josh B. from MER Gaming, and today we are covering all of the gaming news that happened this week, the week of July 31st. This week we got some good news for Diablo 4 fans with the new patch update, some Path of Exile 1 and 2 news, Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Xbox, and we'll end off talking about Dead by Daylight's next DLC coming very soon. Let's jump right into it. At the start of this week, we got some patch notes for Diablo 4's update 1.1.1. This update has a lot of buffs for both Sorcerer and Barbarian, which, like mentioned in one of our previous episodes, was greatly needed after some extreme nerfs to these two classes. The biggest changes here are that Sorcerer aspects used to have both an upside and a downside when choosing to play them, whereas now there's really only upsides to play a Sorcerer, and finally making them useful. However, these patch notes came out the same day that a new exploit was discovered, which allows players to log into the seasonal content with non-seasonal characters and are able to transfer items to the seasonal stash. Blizzard did come out and state that they will be pushing out bans to players who abuse this exploit. Hopefully by the time you're hearing this broken and bannable exploit will be patched out. Now we're just waiting for them to release a patch that fixes elemental resistances. Am I right? Last weekend was Exile Con, where they showed off a bunch of news for both Path of Exile 1 and 2. Starting with PoE 2, they showed off many new features to the game that we will be getting, such as better graphics, smoother animations, new skills, and an improved weapon system. They also announced that PoE 2 will be its own standalone game, but all cosmetics and stash tabs purchased in PoE 1 will transfer over to PoE 2 and vice versa. Along with this, they revealed the release date for the first closed beta for PoE 2, that being June 7th, 2024, almost a year away. Fortunately, players won't have to wait that long for the next season for PoE 1, as they announced their next season will be coming August 18th. This new season, titled Trail of the Ancestors, seems like it will be an auto chest mode, where you are alongside your units that you place. You will be tasked to fight your way through constantly respawning enemies and kill their totem while simultaneously protecting your own. They also will be bringing back their roguelite mode, the Forbidden Sanctum, as in-game content. The people behind PoE clearly love their game, and their fans love it even more. We're super excited to see what else they'll be adding to this season, and obviously can't wait for more information on PoE 2. Along with Exile Con, there was another convention that went down this week, Final Fantasy XIV FanFest. At this event, they showed off their next expansion of the game titled Dawn Trail. This new expansion looks to be based in a Final Fantasy X theme. If this is the case, fans were really hoping that they would bring back the fan favorite Blitzball, but Yoshida did come out and say that it will not be making a return. He also stated that a graphical update will be coming along with this expansion to make everything look a bit more prettier. Along with this new expansion, they did announce alongside Phil Spencer that Final Fantasy XIV will be coming to Xbox in spring 2024. We truly are living in the best times for video games, where usual console-specific games are jumping over to other consoles for all gamers to enjoy. It's quite amazing, and I am super excited for a large handful of gamers to experience this game when it comes out on Xbox next year. Dead by Daylight is getting another crazy crossover. The xenomorph from the movie franchise Alien will be making its way into the game in the near future. The xenomorph will be the next new killer in Dead by Daylight, and man, does it look creepy. We'll be learning more about the details of this next update on August 8th, but until then, here's what we got from the teaser. We'll be getting a new map for the game set on a spaceship, which is modeled after the one from the original movie. Along with this, we got to see what looks like Ripley's cat Jonesy walking on the ship itself, maybe even hinting at Ripley being added into the game as a new survivor alongside the xenomorph. Again, that's about all that we could pull from the teaser, so any other updates that come out for this DLC we'll be sure to include in a future video. And to end this week off, we have the release of Baldur's Gate 3. The release has been met with quite the success and positivity from the Baldur's Gate fans. but players are in for quite a shock in regards to the game's M rating. Now, it's no surprise that the game was going to have nudity in it, as just a few weeks ago, Larian Studios revealed that you can actually have sex with a druid in bear form during a live stream to promote and show off the game prior to its release. When you first start the game, before getting into things, the game pops up asking if you would like to turn nudity off or not. Some players seem to overlook this screen, and while creating their character, you're given the option to hide clothes. Now, in most video games, when hiding your clothes, your digital character is typically stripped down to just their underwear, but when doing so in Baldur's Gate 3, you're given a look at all of your character's naked glory. This was quite the shock to a handful of streamers, as well as streamers like Shroud and Miss Mika were shocked to see their fully nude character and giving quite the surprise to their audience as well. So whether if you aren't interested in this feature or a streamer and don't want to risk any TOS, we recommend paying attention to that prompt in the beginning of the game and making sure nudity is turned off. And that will be it for this week in gaming. Please make sure to check out all of our other videos and subscribe for more content coming in the future of all things gaming. This has been Josh B from MER Gaming, and I will see you next week for another episode of This Week in Gaming.